Michael, managers always tend to want more. Can you ask for more of the players, or is it just a case of asking for more of the same?
Yeah, more of the same. I was delighted after the game on Tuesday night. I think we showed everything that we're about. We showed a bit of quality and a bit of fight. So, clean sheet, centre forward scoring goals. Had a couple of goals disallowed as well. One I felt harshly. So, if we can repeat that every week, then I'd settle for that.
And obviously you've been picking up those results with plenty of changes in the side, but actually 4 of the back 6 have been unchanged. They've played every minute so far. How important has that been in getting the defence solid, and especially those last 2 clean sheets?
Well, ideally you keep winning every week and you name the same team. But like you said, it's we've got 4 or 5 out. We've had to keep changing the team. People coming in the team have known their jobs and their responsibilities. So I think always you want to keep a settled back 4, back 5, back 6, whatever it is. So there's an understanding at the top end of the pitch. Obviously, that's changed a little bit. So it's the same. It's an understanding. It's an awareness of where your mate is. It's easier to do that with the defenders because you can drill them more. In the attacking side of the game, it's a bit of flair, and that's why the top players are the top players. So but it's been just hard work on the training ground essentially.
And that drilling of the defence, how pleased have you been with that? Because thinking back to the Burnley game pre-season, there were issues there which needed to be sorted out, but you appear to have got them sorted out.
The Burnley game, I wasn't too concerned. We conceded 3 goals from 3 set plays, but I think that was more of a mindset of the players because you've got to win first contacts, and against an academy team you'd expect to do that, and we didn't. We took liberties and got hurt. The general play during the game I was quite happy with, and that's what we addressed the other day. We won more first contacts in their box than what they did, hence the reason we looked a threat.
And when you've been picking up points in adversity as you have been, is that almost more pleasing than when you're winning at full strength?
I don't care. As long as you're winning games, picking up points, I'm not really bothered how they come. Ideally, you want to be slicking around all over the place and everyone's a 10 out of 10, but the key is the mindset is, and the work's been going on for the last 10, 11 months. We've kept a couple of clean sheets, so people start talking about that. That's been going on anyway. But there was a resilience the other night. There was a determination to keep the clean sheet, to protect the lead. Don't be happy winning 2-1. So that's what I was really pleased with, particularly in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because Carlisle really did come on strong.
And you've talked about how good Swindon look so far this season, presumably as well. You've also seen ways to beat them.
Well, we've seen things that we think we can expose them. I think the centre forward Yates is suspended. Kish Anderson didn't play the other day, but the front 4 that had been playing in the first 2 or 3 games were as good as anything in this league. Obviously they brought in Owen Doyle as well, who's another good player, played at a higher level, already got off the mark as well. So he's got them playing really good, attractive football, Richie. Aggressive on the counter-attack, devastating on the counter-attack at times. So we need to be aware of that, but as always, we're at home, we'll try and impose our style of play on them and try and hurt them in ways that we think we can hurt them.
Have you got to be aware of a backlash as of after what happened to them on Tuesday?
Well, I think it's fair to say that Rich will be disappointed with the decision, like we were the first game of the season. We reacted positively. Obviously, we reacted beating Scunthorpe 4-1. He'll be looking for a reaction from his players. I think in general play they did enough probably to win, at least get a draw out of the game. But the result's the result. The referee was the referee, and hopefully we won't be talking about the referee or any sort of incidents. It'll be the best team wins on the day.
You mentioned they played Scunthorpe there. You've both played Scunthorpe and Carlisle. Has that in a way made it a case that you probably know a lot about each other because you've been scouting, sort of teams who've been coming up in sort of 2 or 3 games? Well,
like I said, we've watched quite a lot of Swindon just because of the opponents that we've played. So you're always watching games, and they're as good as we've seen. So I think it will be a marker. I think they will be right up there at the end, come the end of the season. So if we can, I think we'll know a bit more about our team when we play them, and maybe what we can do this season after the game when we've hopefully beaten them. But I definitely think they'll be in and around it at the end of the season.
Any news on Matt Sheaf's scan?
Yeah, Sheaf will be out for a couple of weeks. He's got a little something in his hamstring, so we think 2 to 3 weeks, which is disappointing because he's come in and done well. But it's not the end of the world where it's an 8-weeker like Boylo. So it's disappointing, but encouraging as well. It's not as bad as what we feared.
And everyone who played on Tuesday okay?
Yeah, I think so. Again, quick turnaround. I don't think there's anything of note that we need to worry about.